Alright guys, good morning and welcome back to another stream. Today is actually a beautiful day outside and for a stream. A little double win there. We got a lot of big tickers to keep an eye on. So it's going to be a little bit crazy and I'm going to throw the disclaimer up. Where it is. Here it is. Remember guys, entertainment and educational purposes only. Do not copy trade. Highly do not recommend that. And trading is risky. So right now I'm actually looking at... what's going on here? I'm looking at GETR, which is a top gainer right now. It's up 90%. You guys can see this here at the bottom left. So this is the one I'm going to be focused on. 93 million shares outstanding, kind of high, but you know, sub dollars are always a little bit iffy here when it comes to shares outstanding and float. Let's map out some zones on it. Right here, there's a bit of a base as well. It is pulling back. It had a high of almost 4, so it basically ran all the way to this area. I want to map out maybe one more zone. 0.68 seems to be quite significant. Go to the 4-hour as well. See what's going on. Yeah, so it did break up higher here. Volume's still kind of light, but that's fine. Just 7 a.m. just started. There could be some opportunity there. It did have a higher low here. That's a good sign. I'm gonna throw it on the list. Let's also go through some of these tickers, specifically the second screen. Let's see what's going on here. So in terms of tickers we had yesterday, RVSN held its highs now 3 days in a row. That's pretty impressive. Well, actually, 2 days in a row. But today would be the third day. SGMT didn't really break higher, but it's still kind of one to watch. But it didn't make a new high just yet. We got GETR today, which we'll talk about in a second in terms of, you know, what's afloat and all that fun stuff. RUM held highs and popped higher, so second green day. And phase looking like it's struggling here. Had a big sell-off near the end of the day. And actually phase, I kind of want to look at this quickly on my second screen. Look at this, or the main screen. I love to just look at price action sometimes and just think. It's my weird fetish. All right, so this, we actually had a descending channel. This is quite interesting. You don't see this a lot. Typically you see ascending channels most of the time, right? You see something like this, a little flag popping out and then sell off. So this is a very unique situation. So you got to be careful here when you're on the downtrend. I like this front side. I didn't trade power hour, but man, look at that momentum. That was nice. It would have been nice to jump on this one. Yeah, we got a lot of tickers still in play. DWAC as well. It's surviving. It is surviving. You can't deny it. So we had a low of 40. And from there, we went all the way back up to 60. That was a 50% move. Really impressive. Really, really impressive. So yeah, buying off the lows. Then we had that stare. Actually, a really nice stare. And then we had that last 30% pop higher. We had some more tickers. CYN. It's going to be kind of tough trying to think about what we want to put on the second screen to really... You know, there's so much to keep track of right now. CYN actually did end up holding the highs, so we'll see if today is a continuation day. Also had a strong power hour, and then we had ENSC, which I was looking at before the stream started, and this one doesn't look too good. This one's kind of selling off now. I'm not sure if that's going to have any sort of continuation. It doesn't look too good for it. Let's go to GETR. Let's see what we can learn about this company. 92.09 million shares outstanding with a 41.52 float. That's pretty good for a sub dollar. 38, pretty cheap. I mean, this ticker ran pretty okay. I would say like 65% or so before the first major consolidation. Today's the 24th. What else we got? Tech, software, USA company, a little bit like rum. What else do these guys do? And what's the catalyst? So far, yesterday, oh, okay, they're up on earnings. I don't expect the craziest run. Earnings are usually pretty mild, pretty grindy. Secures 20 million in financing. It's not bad for a 92. No, actually the float, never mind. Market cap 16.9. So not bad for, you know, that's more funding than their whole entire market cap. So that's pretty strong. I think that's really all there is in terms of new tickers. So the question today is, you know, what are the other tickers that we need to keep focused on? Probably ROM, because we had a good continuation. Maybe Phase. SGMT didn't do much yesterday, but it's holding that first stair here really well. So that could be back in play as well. RVSN clearly going to give us some action today. I don't know if I'll have continuation, but that was very strong 2 days in a row now. DWAC, I mean, also quite interesting. It seems like there's just a lot of recent runners that are doing quite well. Save found some support around 8, popped back up. Looks like Bitcoin's up quite a bit, so that probably means Coinbase is up 3% so far pre-market. Yeah, it might be a bit of a large cap day as well. Who knows? Wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to put an alert here, see if this breaks any lower. If it does, I would keep sizing into this position. I'm looking for this one to move back higher though. Something like 20% or so. Another classic trend line. So what could also happen is we have a move here to 33 or so, and then we actually have a pullback, and then we break higher. So I think going for a sell actually around... Let me go to the 5-minute chart, or no, let me go to 15-minute chart. Yeah, if we can break above this, we might even break above this area. I don't know. Be nice. Something around 34.6. I'll put a sell order in here in case we have a really strong move into that zone. PFE slowly grinding up as well. PayPal, big move. Snow moving. It didn't sell off as much as I was hoping. I was trying to accumulate this one a little bit lower. That's a little bit of a tough channel to draw. Not super clean. You really hoping we're going to get another pop on this one. We are up 1% pre-market, so that's not bad. I'm looking for that big move. Hood. Still struggling a bit. Indie. I had one share go off, and I never ended up sizing more into this one. Kind of a little bit butthurt about that. Look, I'm up 63 cents. Wow. Yeah, I'm up over 10%. Oh, that's painful to see when you miss actually the actual order. Same with the situation when AORT. This is when I discovered it. Okay, so far, very calm open. So I'm just gonna try not to do anything silly and enjoy the peace and tranquility. And XU popping up as well. This actually doesn't look too bad. It's only 40% though. And XU. Morning, Hari. Good morning, Nate. Yep, Nate back to streaming. I'll check out those in a sec. I want to focus on NXU right now. Hari. Nice pop there. Good volume. Wow. We got room to run to 2.5, so I want to get aggressive. Looking for about 4,000 shares. I think we could see a bit more of a pullback first. That was weird. Strong wick, but I didn't get filled fully. That's always weird how that happens. Looking for that move to 2.5. Still struggling. Stopping out some size here. Giving it a little bit more time. Stopping out a little bit more. Come on, come on. Almost fully out. That was a little sad. All right, looking for a second move. I thought we were going to get right away a pop back higher. Good volume, really nice volume. That got me quite excited. .39 float, tiny float, and has an EV catalyst. This thing should be punching it. Strong pullback. Stronger pullback than you would hope for. It should be a little bit more. It should be punchy. I don't know what's going on. Stopped out again. Tiny news. I mean, tiny float, and it has news. That should have ripped. That should have really ripped. Yeah, the daily is disgusting on this ticker. That's a big problem. Morning, James. Yeah, Meta is probably going to be an interesting one because Zuck has been unloading shares now, but it's still doing really good. Going back to NXU, which is moving again. Yeah, okay, so it just took a while. So it's a little bit of a... That was a bit of a snooze fest, huh? Light volume here on this breakout. Not really trusting it. Yeah, look at Zuckerberg. He's been busy here selling. He's dropping it. It's at 33.88 right now, and he's been constantly dumping the shares. $0.39 million float. I mean, this ticker has that huge potential. I'm going to trade it as a bit more of a grind. I'm not going to buy it high. So if we come back to 96, 95, maybe even 94, maybe 97, I would start punching in again. Nice entry, James. So we... 197 keeps holding. Bought a little bit at 198. Nothing else looking interesting right now, so I think a lot of traders are probably looking at NXU. It's a little bit of a grind right now. Stopping out again. Well, that's depressing. Well, I guess it's not as good as I thought it would be. It seems like it has a good potential. It might rip at one point. It's got that explosive potential with that tiny microscopic float. But if it goes against you, it'll go against you, so you got to watch out. UNG looks like it was acquisition. I don't think nothing's gonna happen here. Yeah, exactly like James saying, no oomph behind it. Trying to watch the second screen, make sure I have an eye on everything. If something looks good, I want to jump on it. Also, though, don't want to give back unnecessary profits for no reason, so gotta be careful. NXU just popped up pretty strong. Look at that on top, bottom right corner. Yeah, I feel you, James. It's so easy to give back profits in this market. It almost feels like once you make whatever is your current average based on your size, and you're over that average, if it's 500 or 1,000 or 5,000, whatever that is based on your position size, it almost feels like you want to call it. You're like, okay, I made the money. I got to get out of here before I give it back. Welcome, Frez. Still no new gappers. We have, well, okay, that's not true. We got KURA popping up, kind of an expensive ticker, almost $1 billion market cap. Typically not something I trade, but it is kind of trending higher here quite nicely. Yeah, Corey's struggling with it too. It seems like no one's really able to capitalize on NXU too well at the moment. SPY, I can't believe it. 487, guys. It's at 487 right now. It's just running. I did a little bit of trading on RVSN after the stream. Felt like there were some opportunities on it, so well, here you see them. They weren't really that interesting in terms of my position size. I didn't go Rambo mode. I figured I'd be kind of upset, I think, if I just went red on the day after a long trading day. So I just did some small size trades, made like 50 bucks or so, but it was fun to be part of it. I unfortunately also missed the nice good run up and traded the backside again. That's been happening to me more than I would like. Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance, James, that it's just going to pop back up again. It seems like it's just going to keep popping in certain directions. So I think what you're doing, probably sizing down, averaging lower, and just waiting for the next pop, might actually be the way to go. Actually, it's been the way to go for the last like week and a half. That's been doing really well. It's not a trading style that I typically go for, but right now it's really paying dividends. Just basically averaging down and waiting for that next pop, because the tickers are quite grindy. Nothing worse than getting stopped out just for the ticker to go right back again and again and again. And XU back of that critical 1.9 zone. Man, I traded phase so much yesterday. Yeah, there you see it. There was yesterday's trading. It was a lot of ups and downs. I had a high of 664, and then the low, well, yeah, it was actually always green yesterday, so I kind of had two stairs. Then went back to the 487. Ended that day at 556. Bitcoin still below 4,000 or 40,000. Alibaba, a huge 8%. Yeah, Chinese Chinese tickers are, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Chinese tickers, because China is boosting their economy with over a quarter billion dollars, not trillion, sorry, quarter trillion, yeah, quarter trillion. So over $250 billion the Chinese government is pumping into their economy and their stock market. So these tickers, these Chinese stocks are exploding, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some on our gap scanners in the next few days. at that. WWE is now on Netflix. That's exciting. Never really watched it. Never really got into it. GETR is back on a little bit of a front side, guys. Yeah, nice work, James. That's probably the way to get. That's honestly, that's the way to go. And then just take some profits because eventually everything flushes. So much Trump news again, and he's really picking up steam in different states. So that could really keep DWAC pumping higher. Well, I can't deny GETR is taking off. Yeah, that doesn't look good for Kura. So GETR is kind of looking like one of the better ones right now. I have yet to actually enter a trade on it. Next big resistance zone is around 4 and then 4, maybe 4.5. So pretty solid front side trend here. Don't want to let it slip through our fingers. looking for it to hold here and have a little bit of a push higher. Otherwise, we're going to actually accumulate on the move back to the 9 EMA. Looking for about 12,000 shares, maybe a bit more. Kind of struggling here. There we go. Small win. 5%. Not too bad. 5% move, not my win. It's nice though. I thought we were going to see a little bit more of a pullback. That's why I was not sizing yet. I was looking for a little bit of an entry. Last time we were breaking these 9 EMAs quite often, so that's what I thought we were going to see again. Yeah, I feel the same. 40 would be a good zone to take some profits if we get a nice low entry. Got another fill. Stronger pullback than I probably would have liked to see. Stopping, unfortunately out. Didn't do a very good job there. Actually, it's kind of holding. No, it's not. Stopping. Probably held it a little bit too long. Yeah, so unfortunately gave back there. I do think we could, thank you. I think we could push back above 0.4, so that's what I'm going to keep an eye on. Strong pullback there for sure. So far, I'm giving back left and right here. I'm down 444. So I got to be a little bit careful. I'm giving back way too much money. I am using a little bit bigger size, specifically on NXU. I was going right away to like $6,000 to $10,000. So far, all the trades I've jumped in except one did not work out. Unfortunately, the one I did jump in just didn't have a big size. So, got to be careful. I'll probably size down a little bit until maybe I have a little bit more flow. Got to be more patient and just got to expect, especially with small caps, that things do tend to pull back a few times more than you'd expect. That's usually where I make most of my mistakes. Gelato's looking at SPRC. Yeah, Mark, that's a good strategy. That's usually the way I play the front side. SPRC is really picking up steam here. Nice bottom bounce as well. Volume's very light on it, unfortunately. Looking for GTR entry. Unfortunately, it got me stopped out at that perfect low. Got a little bit of size. Not a big position size yet. Don't want to buy this one too high, so I'm trying to buy on these red candles. Last trade was about 15,000 shares, I think maybe even more. Wow. They'll be killing over there on SPRC. That's impressive. Looking to get another 10,000 shares maybe on SPR GETR, so if a little bit of a pullback could be a possible place to size. Right now we are still in a little bit of a downtrend. Looking for about 10,000 shares on this one. If it does pop up, I would close with the intent to re-enter. GETR's float was 41 million. Morning, Caspion. I think we were missing you yesterday. I'm going to try to be really patient on GETR and possibly size below 36. So far, I have not been on the too much of a flow today, so I need to change up my style a little bit and take it slow and also size down unless I see a really good setup. Otherwise, I'm just scraping away on too many poor quality setups. So NXU was up today, showcasing innovation, EV charging tech. SPRC, the biotech from Israel, up today as well. Equity purchase agreement. Not the most interesting news. But any sort of buyback program does tend to grind a ticker higher. I'm not sure with biotechs it's going to be a little bit of a different ball game. Yeah, if it just goes up, it goes back down. Yeah, James. Give me 2 seconds. I think I'm going to replace SGMT on my second screen with FAZE just because it's a little bit more relevant. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between phase and GTR. I don't really get why staffers are walking off to protest layoffs. Don't people know like layoffs usually happen when the company can't afford it? It's like, what are you protesting? Is that cynical? I don't think so. It's just sometimes the company needs to make cuts. It seems like protesting that seems a bit odd. Could be a good discussion though. I'm not totally sure. United is fed up with Boeing. Man, Boeing, oof. I'm not a big fan. On my flight to Utah, we were trying to figure out a way to get to Utah without going on a Boeing airplane. They don't usually make the news for good reasons. Wow, look at that. Even United is looking to leave Boeing. Yeah, I could see that actually being a good approach, Mark. Just waiting for a big sell off, and then specifically waiting for new management to come in of some sort, because it seems like the way the company's being run is just a disaster. You're looking at it logically; they're coming at it emotionally. Yeah, Caspiglione. I think that's probably the case. There's a good Netflix documentary on Boeing and why the company has become what it is. Basically, they became a bit of crony capitalism in a nutshell, right? They became so focused on profits and making quarterly beats again and again and again. And they basically asked the marketing team, what do we need to do, and not the engineers. And the engineers really took the back seat at Boeing over time. So there's just really bad company culture at Boeing in a nutshell. I mean, there's way more details, but that was kind of the bird's eye view of the situation. If I was an airline, I would definitely not be buying Boeing. GETR kind of crawling back up here. Let's actually check out BA, the stock price. Man, they had a little bit of a run up, huh? And then that news just absolutely crushed them. They were just getting back on their feet. Wow, 70% pullback. I think this was during the crashes that happened with Boeing. It's still a $130 billion company. Honestly, their stock price isn't as bad as you would think. SPRC back at it again. That low volume breakout push here. Yeah, cart before the horse, exactly. SPRC 2.5 million float. Israel Biotech with a Catalyst equity buyback program. Nice pop so far. I'm looking to possibly get in on this one. Let's see if it holds here. Pushing. Could have been a little bit more of a push. Let's see if we can get a small entry in this pullback. How the heck did I just not get filled? That was so weird. First fill. Let's see if we can push higher now. Looking to take a little risk off the table as soon as possible. New minute in 5 seconds. No. Oh, wow. Okay. A little bit of a push there. Nope. And it died again. 59. Well, I got one trade on it. GTR could be another bit of a play coming up here. It's definitely grinding kind of ticker. You just might end up buying it on a 10% pullback that takes 30 minutes. It's tricky to trade. I am red on it. Yeah, I feel you there, James. I feel you there. Boom, possible break of 6, SPRC. Let's see it. We got 6 is that big resistance zone, and then after that we might be seeing 7. It seems like $1.5 are pretty significant for SPRC. It's 8:07. It's definitely a bit of an unusual time. Slow pre-market. Nice work, Mark. I think this could push over 6 already. I was really hoping we get a little bit more of a pullback first. Nope. Let's see it. Let's see it. I think it's going to need more volume for this to be a successful breakout. Here we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Maybe one more dip. Stopping out a little bit of size. Scratch. Nice. I had the right idea. I got shaken out. I overthought that one. I should have just let it ride. Look at that. GETR is back at it again. Misted Wife called. When you're not in a trade, I'm curious if I can show you something with two windows open at the same ticker, on the same ticker. Sure. I'm not totally sure what you mean by that. But yeah, let's probably wait a little bit longer. It looks like SPRC could give us another good opportunity. Kura is at 39% again. Looking for that break of 6 on SPRC. New minute in 3 seconds. 2, 1. This should break here. If this doesn't break, yeah, there we go. But that was kind of a weak break. I wanted a better entry. I didn't want to buy this one too high, but it could still keep pushing over 6. It's got that nice 2 million, 2.5 million float, so it could be quick. Whoa, I am sore. There's the push. Come on, 6.5, 6.10. There it is. Ended up actually being pretty decent volume as well. It just doesn't really feel like you want to be buying this one high. We've had some pretty big flushes on SPRC as well. This is like a 15% pullback. This one wasn't crazy, but still around 8%. Right now we're looking at about a 7% pullback. Yeah. I feel like SPRC I was also trading. Oh, we were trading this one not too long ago. I don't see any float on it or reverse split. Look at this. It actually broke that trend line pretty nicely. Broke it, had a retest, and then just rocketed. GTR is back at it as well. I just got out of the sauna literally like 45 minutes. No, okay, now it's already 7. Okay, like an hour 30 ago. It was like pretty soon before I started streaming. I think that's why I'm a little bit tired today. Usually saunas make me a bit tired. If this dips under 50, 550, I might actually do a little bit of a dip trade around VWAP. Or it's just going to break back above 6. What? The volume could definitely be more on this ticker. If we saw like 200,000 shares instead of below 100 on average, I think that would be momentous for this one to really be pushing. Has any of you guys seen Poor Things with Emma Stone? I have to make up my mind if I want to join some friends and watch it tonight. I'm going to watch the trailer quickly. I will put everything on mute, otherwise we'll get demonetized. Okay, wow, that looks intense. Maybe it might be interesting. Caspian says she had a great performance. All right. James says times out with friends doesn't matter. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm gonna go regardless, but I have some voting rights to decide what we do watch. But there's only so many movies out right now, so it's kind of like pick and choose. But yeah, I agree with James for sure. Nice. Who's trading this channel over here? I mean, there's already a few good dips. I'm freaking pulling off the chameleon, and I've been watching it.
Welcome back inside.
Oops, that's not the right thing. Why is that even? Wow, look at that breakout. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that breakout fully coming. Good to see that though. Volume was descending. We're gonna have to inspect that a little bit more. If this breaks below 97 again, I'm going to jump on small size at 97 and look for a little bit of another. Nope, there's that other pop that I was just looking for. So I was like a cent off. It's nice to see that push though. Something tells me the volume's not going to hold though. I mean, the volume's already not looking that great. This might just get a little bit choppy again. Yeah. Morning, Travis. All right. SPRC is definitely the one to be watching. It's only up 75%. Next zone I'm looking for is 7. So first 650, then 7. It seems to be falling whole and half dollars pretty strictly. Here around 550, that was the big resistance. Then 550 became like perfect support. Little scalpy there. Yeah, breakouts in general haven't been working for me too great. Right below the 650 would have been a great dip buy. Came in a little bit late there. Volume's still quite light. But I think this ticker is definitely in play for now. So I want to get a little bit more aggressive as we approach 50s again. Sizing up into the mid 50s. Let's see if we can get a push back and then go into $7. Looking for that push into the 680. Strong ticker, guys. Really strong ticker right now. Big resistance around $7, $7, and $8. That's going to be really, really tough. with the 180 SMA coming in, 8.5, that whole area. So I want to trade this one more aggressive as we are approaching that zone. Before we approach that zone, I should even say. Five-minute is a bit extended. Looking to buy this little red candle. Thought it would dip a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a pullback here. Keep riding this trend. So far, so good. Ideally, be trading this one with around 1,000 or 1,500 shares would be a good size. Problem is, it's a little extended right now. Even the 2 minutes quite extended. Something around 58, mid 50s would be a little bit more interesting for me. Could break higher though. It could just break out right here at 7 or 678. I'm looking for that one little push a little bit lower first. GTR also struggling. That one failed again. There we go. There we go. A little bit more of a push down would be great. I don't want to trip over pennies. Could have it break out already. Feels a little bit premature somehow. I don't know why. There's definitely buyers on this one. They keep pushing it. cut some size there. Yeah, it's still struggling. I would have expected this one to really rip. I thought this push was premature, but now I'm kind of thinking I wasn't expecting such a long pullback. Looking for that move back over the 9 EMA. (8:34 a.m. Eastern). Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just didn't work out. Bigger loss there, but it's fine. Gave back my profits on this ticker. Thought it was worth it. I don't regret it. I thought it was worth it. It just didn't work out. Could have been a good move. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I definitely think this ticker is worth watching. Who knows, now that I stopped out, maybe it's gonna have that big pop. But you can't keep holding and hoping. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm not trying to hit max loss. Still watching GETR, but it's struggling. It does have a little bit of a stare coming in, which is nice. Jason's wondering about stop losses pre-market. Pre-market stop losses don't work. After the market, I'll just put stops really quickly. Sometimes, like maybe 5% of my orders I use stops. SPRC is really holding pretty okay. I think if I was more green on it, I would actually jump in right now, but I just don't know if I could justify. I don't know if I could justify it right now with my trending P&L. That might have been the move I was looking for. Yep. Seeing if I could size into this one a little bit on a pullback. It's still not exactly amazing, but anything below 50 would kind of be an okay entry. Man, what price action, huh? This is like horrible. I'm not a fan of this price action. This could range here. It's a little bit hard to say. I don't really have an opinion about it. Usually, if I'm in the flow on a ticker, I'm making back-to-back profits on it, like you saw yesterday with FAZE pre-market, just back-to-back-to-back profits. And on a ticker like SPRC, it's like I make some, I lose some, I make some, I lose some. So I don't really have a flow on this ticker. And I don't have that much wiggle room either because I'm red on the day. So it's a little bit tricky here to try to figure out how I want to go about trading this one. Always keep an eye on the other tickers, GETR. You can kind of see it crawling up again. Let's see. What's James saying? You can open a second window of PRC side by side with your chart on the left. Why would I want to do that? Well, not the best chart to show this on. The 1 minute chart actually looks better. What do you mean? Putting a second chart over here? Like down here, for example? Is that what you're talking about? You could take a screenshot and post it on Twitter and then just add Mr. Alex Winkler. I think that'd probably be the easiest way. Look at SPRC doing depressing things, making us feel really bad about ourselves. Yeah, Caspian, it's been some pretty tricky price action. I'm like, from all the traders I talk to, it's like, it's a total hit or miss. You know, they're huge loss, huge win, huge loss, huge win. Hard to keep profits is what I've really noticed. It's tough to be consistent right now. But definitely shoot me a tweet, James. I'd love to see what you're talking about. Yeah, or Discord. Anywhere is good. Evax back at it again. Oh, that volume is light, but it's crawling. Can't deny it. Oh man, these tickers today, huh? Giving me anxiety. Strong potential for a push to 10 on Evax. I would probably buy it on a lighter dip below this 9 EMA. This ticker likes to be a little bit fleshy. SPRC possible break lower below VWAP. A lot of support here off of 6.4. This is a very unique ticker, I feel like. Microphone was off. SPRC breaking again from a nice trend line. We've had this now several times. Every time actually started a really nice run. EVAX, big sell-off. Yeah, you can find it on tradejournal.co, Caspilion. That's actually where most people are. We got 72 traders online right now in the Discord. Almost 1,500 total. That's where we all fled to after the last 2 years of streaming when I halted it for a while. That was our cave. I'm looking for some SPRC dip trades here. Anything around the trend line would be ideal. It's easy to start up though. Getting some size here. I'm looking for that move back to 605. I mean 650. 605, that's totally different. 8:53 a.m. Eastern. Maybe we're gonna have some sort of like 9 a.m. push today. CYT guys, CYTO popping up 42, 43%. Volume's light on it though. Volume's also light on SPRC, super light here. Stopping out a little bit. I'm still hoping for a big push higher. So far it's holding. Looking for that push. It's throwing me off a little bit. Come on, let's break up. Chopped me around a little bit there. That wasn't good. Slow mover, SPRC. Pretty tricky here. I'm looking for that move back to 6.5. 40 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Three, two, one. New 5-minute candle. Kind of a weird end to that candle, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel very good. Stopping out. A little depressing. I thought that was gonna really pump. Maybe it still is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm literally getting out at the right before the move. 50, 620, chipping. Oh my God, it happened. I got out right before the pop. I'm back in. I can't believe it. I literally held 4 or 5 minutes. I can't believe it got me. Then I had to chase. Oh man, now it's pulling back again. No matter what happens on this trade, I'll probably take a break until the open. Yeah, it's depressing. Oh my God, I hate these slow tickers. What a freaking nightmare. I don't know why I'm trading this. Volume is just not there. I'm gonna try not to overtrade this. I'm trying not to overtrade it. It's so difficult. What a joke. Why am I not getting stopped out? Well, that was actually much worse than I expected. Ah, man. What am I down? 700? I'm down 760. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's a little frustrating, though. You know, I had the right idea, kind of. And it took me out three or four times. So I was green on this ticker, SPRC. And I just kept giving back. And, you know, this is one of the big problems I have with looking at TOS from 8 to 9. Last year, 2023, I said in my Discord all the time, I closed TOS from 8 to 9. I just close it because it's so bad. This year, it's actually gotten a little bit better. So I think it's worth it. But then you always have days like today where, you know, it would have been better to actually walk away. But yeah, you know, you got to try. And if you don't try, you don't make money. So it's fine as well. Doesn't really bother me. I'm a little bit upset with how I traded this one. I had the right idea, popped up, didn't take profits. I was looking for that move back to 6.5, stopped out, chased back high, stopped out, chased back high, stopped out again. So it's just like a little nasty there. So I'm down 760. My max loss is obviously 1,000. So I have to be very careful now. I've already been trending down all pre-market. First to 200, then 500, now 700. So got to be careful here. I've come back from 1,000 many times, so I'm not super worried about it. Just got to be patient and wait for those good setups, and obviously not trade right now. So I'll put the main screen on, and I will also look away from TOS until probably the market opens. That way I don't get myself in any more pickles. Shame on me for trading this nonsense anyway. Shoot me a DM, James, and then I'll know it's you. If there's anything you guys want me to check out, let me know. I'm happy to do so. Right now I'm just checking out some news, and I'll throw up any tickers that are moving as well. But like I said, got to be a little bit careful here before I keep giving back profits unnecessarily. You might need to send me a friend request first. All right, all right, all right. All right, nice. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, what do I have to do right now? Oh, yeah. This is where we need to start just being more careful. Very careful. For anyone tuning in right now, we are just trying to be patient. I got the second screen up. I did a little bit of over trading, I would probably say pre-market, so I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious. Don't want to keep trending down like I have been pre-market, so I'm just going to be cautious, be patient, wait for the open unless something really good pops up. But it doesn't really seem like it at the moment. I don't really see anything I would jump into with any sort of enthusiasm. So just trying to be cautious. Nice pop there on GETR. It looks like Baha got it. Maybe some of you guys else got it as well. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I think several of these tickers could give us some good moves at the open. I'm interested to see what we got going. I think it's almost time to start analyzing things a bit. That is not the right screen. There it is. Nice push there on GETR at 9.12. Had that really nice breakout. This is actually a pretty solid 1 minute pullback. See what it looked like there. So you can kind of see it a little bit better. Strong volume increasing, then a good breakout. Actually had some of the highest volume that 1 minute pullback. So GETR, SPRC, and NXU are all new tickers. They all have earnings. I mean, they all have news. NXU is that tiny micro float at 0.4 million. So that's crazy. SPRC is at 2.5 million and Getir is at 41.5, which makes a little bit more sense as a sub dollar. Yeah, Baha, I think that was actually the best thing that could have happened, sleeping in, waking up late. It's got another 8 minutes before the market opens here. I'm not really in a rush to do anything. I am red so far, down 760. I've been kind of trending red all pre-market. I have yet to really find that ticker that I was in a good flow on. I had some good luck on SPRC early on, but then I actually ended up giving most of that back. So it's been a little bit slow here for me. SPRC actually looks really healthy right now. Is slightly under VWAP. We saw it before. It didn't last very long. We also have EVAX. I think I'm going to put EVAX on my second screen. It's definitely a ticker that is worth watching. Wow, healthcare biotech Denmark. We don't really know the float, but we know it's not that much. We know it's probably not going to be any more than 2.4 if the shares are 2.4. Tailored novel cancer vaccines based on new untapped source of AI discovered targets. Okay. But it's not like the greatest news because it's just like a little bit of a product PR. It's not like FDA fast track approval or something like that. It's just the company saying, hey, this is something we're working on. You know, that any company could say that. And that's probably why it's struggling so much to actually do any nice action. All right. Amen, Mark. I'm pretty similar in that regard. I'm taking the time here of streaming to do a little bit more checking, but it's never really a focus of mine. And there was one year I totally didn't even look at it anymore. When I first started, I put a lot of value in it, and then I realized how inconsistent the results are, especially like with Chinese tickers and biotechs. Once you get out of that space, sometimes there's a little bit more consistency. What I like to look for is general trends and sympathy. Today it doesn't seem like we have that much going on. Another 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll have to take some time to analyze it. Maybe after the open sometime. Right now we got to focus, but I like all the indicators. I think it's going to be a great share as well for everyone else who's interested in Heikin-Ashi candles, MACD, and the Kelter channel like you were mentioning. So we could definitely spend some time talking about that. Thanks for the share, James. Looks to be working pretty well too. All right, guys, a minute and a half before the market opens. Let's focus here. GETR, SPRC, NXU, EVAX. We got a lot of tickers moving. Time of force day. For me, I'm going to be using small size until I kind of earn the right to size up a little bit more. Hopefully get off all the rest of the rust today, and then I'll be able to size and get back green. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. Another minute before the market opens. Time at 4 is a day. All right, everything's looking good. Right now, I'm mostly focused on EVAX. Get tier could be good as well. Good luck, everyone. SPRC also selling off. A lot of resistance. If we could have a lower move on EVAX first, I would be kind of interested in trading that. Something around the low. Whoa. What a sell-off there. Only got 100 shares. Ooh, buddy. Technically a nice trade. Watching the other tickers, but not really seeing anything I want to jump in on. Stopped out a little bit too quickly. EVAX going for a break of 44. I think I'm a little bit, might be too little too late on this one for me. Should be breaking 44 here. SPRC really fell off a cliff. Wow. It's struggling to find support. Almost everything's selling off. SPRC close to VWAP again though. Remember, SPRC has a tiny float. No, that's NXU. But SPRC has a 2.5 million float, also pretty small. Same as EVAX. So those tickers could be really explosive. But first they got to find a little bit of support first. The GETR looks to be the main ticker worth watching right now. We could just keep crawling up on this one. 5.5 is a spot to watch, and then 6, yeah, 6.6, 6.5, that area as well. EVAX also trying back at it again. Nice push there on. Wow, what a pullback. Oh my God. That is just traumatizing. Let's see if we can get a low entry here on EVAX and see if we can get this one to crawl back up a little higher. That pullback was really painful. It's still struggling, huh? Not sure if EVAX is worth trading for me. All right, 5.5 was the spot I was looking for on GETR. Yeah, RDHL, good call out market. That one's moving too. A lot of tickers. GETR by far is the best ticker though. Strong push here, 33% already. Small size, 2K. Looking to size into this one more. 10K share size would be ideal. Looking for that move back over 50 and back to 55. Nothing else is really moving right now besides probably RDHL. That one has just a big sell-off though. some risk off here. Something I say a lot is when I'm red, I'm looking to get back green. I'm not looking for home run trades. And the best way for me, based on my statistics, to get back green is just taking a few base hits. So the move I was really looking for is 0.55, but there might be 3 or 4 trades in that move to 0.55. Taking a little bit of risk off here. Maybe look at that last pump over 475, 476. No, not really seeing it. Wow, SPRC, huge bounce off of like 480 all the way back to 560. Oh my God, crazy. Looking for that move back to 475. It's proven to be pretty tricky though. I've yet to really size up on this ticker. I would want like maybe closer to 10,000, maybe even 20,000 shares. EVAX is about to break 10. EVAX looks like it was halted. Was it halted? Yeah, EVAX halted, Mark's saying. Okay. I see it on my second screen. Looking for that move back to 475. Doesn't really want to budge. I don't think I'm the only one stopping. It seemed like everyone and their grandma was just closing out. Maybe now it's gonna actually have a pop higher after everyone stopped out. It's a tricky morning for sure. Tricky pre-market. This morning was really rough for me. Here you could see SPRC halted back up. EVAX also halted. It's going to open up at 46, 44. So that's going to be crazy. I think everyone's going to be watching EVAX at the open. I got 4 screens, Brent, on my computer, my laptop, including the screen itself. So 3 additional screens. I'm a little bit nervous trying to trade GETR right now, especially with EVAX and SPRC halt opening soon. Everyone wants to be focused on EVAX and SPRC, mostly EVAX. So I'm going to give GETR the backseat for now, and we'll see if we can get some trades in on EVAX in basically a minute and a half. I'm surprised NXU just died. That one had the 400,000 float. That could have been a crazy one today, but it looks like EVAX with that 2.5 billion float is front and center here. Tiny float, so we got a lot of resistance right above, a ton of resistance. I would like to buy this and maybe a quick pullback. All right, 10 seconds. Good luck, everyone. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ooh, is that a 10-minute halt or did I miscalculate something? 10-minute halt. Oh, man. 10-minute halt. Ay, 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 ay. Oy, 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 oy. Hey, guys, look at that Netflix here. Up a ton because they have that really nice looking, wow, 260 contract with the WWE and UFC. So they're going to be streaming some great stuff. Actually, a big reason to hold on to Netflix in terms of like the actual subscription, not the stock. The stock maybe, but give me a second. Kind of like this sell-off on GETR. So weird. Maybe it's going to even go one lower. Well, I didn't get my full size, but I had the right idea, that's for sure. SPRC halted up. I mean, did not halt. It opened, pulled back. It's looking actually kind of good. Almost fully made back my losses on GTR, which is refreshing. Let's go to EVAX, which is about to open up here. Your TOS was wiped. Okay, I got a YouTube video on it. There we go. EVAX open up, really nice. Let's talk about that in a second. Oh, it didn't pull back as much as I thought. Halt zone at 950. This could easily get halted going down. Today feels like a more risky day, so maybe I'm going to be a little cautious here. But Google my channel, Shihab, for my TOS layout. I have a share link somewhere. Worst case, I'll drop it in here at one point. There it is. Oh my god, I could have swore it was going to get halted. It's so close. 950. We got to go to 950. It's not even that low. Well, pop right back up. I'm not sure. Cheers, man. Yeah, we'll get you taken care of. Just remind me if you can't find it. Look at that, 11% move. So crazy. Nice work, Tom, on EVAX. There's so much resistance here on EVAX, it's insane. It really needs to be breaking through some of these heavy zones. 12 is the major spot we're going to be looking at, and then 14. Eight four. It would have to dip even further now for any sort of halts. I'm not really optimistic that there's going to be a halt to the downside right now. 5 minutes definitely extended. A lot of support here though. Tons of support in this area. $9.36 halt down zone. QURA also gapping, or continuing its gap. Pretty nice actually. Clean price action, that's for sure. All the tickers we're looking at right now are a little bit tough, I would say. No clean setups. This bounce on EVAX wasn't too bad. I was a little bit nervous if it would just flush down. GTR crawling up slowly. Feels a little bit like a Head and Shoulders though. I don't know. I think I'm pretty lucky the fact that I was able to make back most of my losses on SPRC. I think that's already enough luck in a way. I'm still down quite a bit. NXU took a lot, big hit. SPRC I took a big hit on. Shehab, here's my workspace. Let me know if there's any issues. Look at that. EVAX still going. It's going towards that 12 we were talking about. I don't know if I could jump in on this one. EVAX is in charge. This might get halted. Halt level at 59. No, pulling back a little bit first. Oh, here we go, here we go. 60, it should be getting halted actually. Sometimes the TOS calculation is a little bit off, but it's usually not that off, so. Nice push, we're seeing that potential at 12. New 5-minute candle coming in now. Could see a little bit of a pullback. Wow, instantly pops. Really shocked it didn't get halted. Okay, here's the halt at 11:39. There it is. Beautiful move. Kind of should have got a little bit aggressive somewhere in there. Even with my small size, could have probably made 20. I'm not 20, like 80 to 160 again, just with the small sizing it. I think all the losses today, this pre-market, made me a little bit risk averse, which is good, But I definitely should have hopped in on that one. QURA pulling back. Larges pulled back as well. Bitcoin only up 1.8% right now. SPRC looks a bit like a disaster. HRTX actually doesn't look too shabby, but I don't think I'm going to trade that one. Mark's in it. All right. 1085. That's a great freaking entry, Mark. Good work there. Wow, SPRC somehow held on that. That's crazy. What a freaking breakout, huh? SPRC might get halted here. Oh my god, 650, 649. Phew. EVX is going to open up, EVAX, but I just said that wrong 3 times in a row. Going to open up in about a minute, a little less than a minute. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Popped, opened higher. Could pull back a little bit. Nope, holds right away. 14 is the next spot we're looking for. Bigger pullback there. Try to buy it dip. There's an entry. Oh, got me. Stopped out. This could have a new high really soon, but it is super extended at the same time. Looking for that move over 124. Nice, got it. Solid, solid. Looking to that move to a 14. Whoo, buddy. Crazy. Halfway through this 5-minute candle. 1333, man. It could get on halted any second. Wow, this ticker has a lot of power right now. I'll let it pull back a little bit. Wow, big pullback here. New minute coming up here. 3, 2, 1. It actually crawled higher. I thought I was gonna have another red candle. Oh, maybe we'll see it. Okay, now it's holding pretty well. I'm still looking for that potential over 14. That's my plan. Might actually rip over 14 right now. But I don't want to buy it high. SBRC halted down. Wish I had a little bit more green pre-market so I had a cushion. I would have definitely wanted to get a bit more aggressive on EVAX. I think we could have a nice move coming up. It's still a bit extended, especially on the 5-minute. Yeah, still seems like there's a lot of sellers here on this ticker right now. Kind of cutting it, looking for maybe another dip. Yeah. 11.5 is the hold level, so this could easily get halted right now on the way down. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to hold that. SPRC is still halted. It doesn't look good on SPRC. (10:13 a.m. Eastern). There it is. It looks like it's going to crack here. Oh my god, somehow it held. 11:37 is the halt zone. So this could break down and instantly halt. That's, I think, what everyone's so worried about right now. I'm looking for that possible curl back up, though. Small entry there. Oh, I think I'm stuck in the hold with 100 shares. That's not a big deal. Yep. All right, let's think about this. We want to see a possible move here. So this hold could open up maybe, I don't know, 5% lower. Maybe it could open up at $5. You never know. Maybe there's news pending. It could get bad. Usually I don't like entering on a hold. It is what it is. So what I'm going to be looking for is this ticker to hold and then come back and retest this trend line. So if we hold lower but the sell pressure is light, I'm going to try to get a little bit more aggressive on it. Cure at 50%, so crazy. Let's go back to SPRC and keep a close eye out though that 1019 we want to be back. Yeah, I didn't feel safe trading SPRC. I don't know. This was a bit of a first stare, and then it broke out, flushed, broke out again, flushed. I think anyone trading this ticker is super weary at this point. I had so many losses on SPRC. I definitely overtraded this ticker, so I don't think I want to be touching it anymore myself. Oh my god, SPRC is literally back. That's crazy. All right, so at 10:18 and 25 seconds, gonna get interesting. Mark, was 10:30 your entry? Wasn't that from earlier today? All right, 20 seconds here. Two, one. Darn, 10-minute holds, huh? GETR looks like it's about to make new high day. Oh my god. Not 10-minute. 1925, so just a few more minutes. It's weird. Oh yeah, sorry, I had the wrong. I was wrong. I had 1 minute too little. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Opened lower. Found support. Didn't sell off that much. Wow, that was some serious lag though. My goal was to buy lower, but I couldn't. The lag was so crazy. I'm really wondering if I'm gonna do pre-market trading in Utah, or if I just wake up at like 8 uh, a.m. Eastern, roughly. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys think. I think waking up at 4:30, I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it. I was thinking about that in the last few days. Because we've been having so many late movers, we've been having so much more action, like around 11. So maybe it would actually be more beneficial if I streamed, I don't know, an extra hour longer and started later. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to do more than 4 hours though. So this was a pretty strong sell-off. This was like 20%. Wow, another nice pop. Man, I really wish. There was so much lag at the open. I didn't even know if I was long or if my orders filled. I had 3 more 100 share orders, 1 filled, but I wish I, got a little bit more in there. I felt like this bounce was somewhat predictable, so that's what I was going for. Thanks for the correction, Mark, though. Might go for a dip around 11, either before we break the 90 EMA or after we break the 90 EMA, depending on the volume. And also depending if we even get there, obviously. I'm just going to watch it. No, I'm going to be there, Dex, for 6 weeks, so it has to be a little bit part of my routine. I'm not totally sure how I'll go about it. Heck yeah, Shihab. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Maybe I'll just say Muhammad or Mo. I have I have 2 friends that are with the name Muhammad, and one likes being called Mo, and the other one really doesn't. So I'm always really nervous to call someone whose name is Muhammad Mo. Or LDN, maybe that one. Yeah, Dex, I'm feeling the same because last time I did it for 2.5 months. I was dying. Like I would be falling asleep at dinner and stuff. Like it was brutal. It was really brutal. Yeah, probably trading later in the day might be more interesting for most people, including myself. Oh, Shay. I think it's Shay, right? Shay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Shay. Nice, nice. I wish I could put like notes on your guys' names. I do that on Discord a lot. It's my sneaky hack. Yeah, Leo says good luck with that. I'm in California and it's definitely a struggle to wake up that early. Shia. Chia butter. James says, come on, snap to 13 now. Yeah, what's going on here? We all want to see Evax do a cool move. But right now it's... Oh, that volume on Evax is also not really something you want to edge into. Man, what happened to my swing trades? They were all doing great pre-market for like the last 3 days. And then every day they just sell off again. It's a little frustrating. I mean, look at this. Every day it's just like boop, 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 boop. All right, let's go back to Evax. That's really the thing we need to be watching right now. More like Shay. All right, Shay. Like yay with the sh at the front. That's good. Sell volume very light here on Evax. Gatir has been so good to me. Jay's saying Gatir has been so good to me. Nice. I love it when you mesh with the ticker. You know, sometimes like no matter what the price action looks like, if it's clean or choppy or whatever, sometimes you just start really nailing tickers. But it's like you could almost predict everything they do and then you just clean up. I love when that happens. Today has not been that day for me, but I'm happy to see somebody cleaning it up out there. Yeah, wow, GETR, yep, there it goes. There she blows. I'm happy I was able to make back most of my losses on GETR. It was pretty bad for a while. Next stop on GETR, I think we're interested in, let's quickly look at that, is on the daily. Oh my god, this thing might actually run up to like 6.5 or so. There's not that much resistance in front of it. This could be a double bottom on Evax or maybe a break with light volume. Appreciate Jasmine. That's really nice of you to say. I really appreciate that. You heard the man. Smash that like button. I want to get some more emojis on this channel. I want to throw up some We got slap the bid emoji. We got sit on the bid. No, we got slap the ask emoji. We got sit on the bid emoji. We have a pocket rocket emoji. Somebody riding a rocket. I think we need a few more emojis on this channel. All right, here we go. Evax, possible break at the double bottom. Looking for a small little bounce as we approach VWAP. Are we gonna get it? Doesn't really look like it right now. Also, if there's anything you guys want me to do more of, less of, or anything, let me know. I'm all ears. Probably the only thing I can't do is stream more than 4 hours. Otherwise, I get a little googly eye. I notice I get, if I stare at the screen too long, I'll just get a headache. So usually it's around that 4 hour mark. I gotta walk away. So the more stretching I do, the better it is. I only had a headache once in the last 2 weeks of streaming now. Almost 2 weeks of streaming. That was the first day. So when I stretch, I close my eyes and put on sunglasses. That helps. It sounds kind of ridiculous. I think I need to get blue light goggles, glasses again. Goggles, Evax. 10:30. Today kind of flew by. Those 4 hours, I remember it as a teenager or as a kid, 4 hours would feel like a lifetime. Literally, these streams, I look at the clock and I'm like, oh man, we only have half an hour left. I mean, it's not like they go by like that, but they kind of do in a way. You know, once they're over, I'm always just like, dang, that went by really quick. Yeah, Mark, you might be right with Evax. I might just need to simmer. Like my steak this morning. Oof, I had a really nice steak for lunch. My breakfast, lunch, it was my first breakfast of the day. My first meal of the day, around noon, was steak, bacon, eggs, and pancakes, and obviously butter, and then some maple syrup on those pancakes and steak and bacon. It was pretty dirty, I'm not gonna lie. It was like a soft porn, food porn. It was pretty heavy. Yeah, Mark, time flies when you're having fun. Amen. Pre-market, time stopped for a little bit when I was trading SPRC. That was a little bit brutal. Mark says that's a recipe for a heart attack. Yeah, my heart feels great. That was such a good breakfast. Evax, making noise. I'm a little nervous if I trade Evax. I'm going to get distracted because I should maybe be trading Get Tier. There's that pullback. That's the one I wanted. 1076. Could go a little bit lower. It doesn't go lower enough. No. Come on, just a little bit. Just a little oink lower. We're going to be looking. It did it. It did exactly what I wanted to do. I thought we were going to see a push into like the 50s or something. Was I being too conservative? I don't know. That was exactly the move I wanted there. 7%. Oh well. Man, the GETR grind is real. I'd like to see a move maybe back to the 12 EMA first. Is that the 12 EMA? I kind of always forget which one it is. Let's see, we got... No, it's the 15. It's not the 12. Mark says the cool thing today is that the tickers are alternating. Yeah, we're getting a bit of mix. And like, yeah, exactly, the alternating, right? It's, you know, one ticker is hot, and then it cools off, pulls back, and then the other ticker actually gets hot, as opposed to like 3 hot tickers at once, and they all sell off at once, and they all don't perform that good because they're all moving at the same time. People are split between them. But it's like now you could switch to get GTR, and then when GTR pulls back, you can switch to EVAX. It's nice. Just mapping some zones on the 2-minute. Wow, okay, wow, that really actually pushed right to the 2-minute. Only $1,500 dollar position size. That's not really gonna cut it. Everyone's wondering, can we get that move back over 55? Or maybe nobody's wondering that, but that's definitely what I'm wondering. Tried 3 times there to break out. Taking a little bit of risk off. Can we get that last attempt here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, huge buyer there, but didn't actually do anything. James, was that you YOLOing on GTR? There was a 1,000 right here, which means it was a 10,000 shares. I think it is. It's always times 10. Bro, EVAX is just doing its thing, man. No, it doesn't even care. the volume's so light on it. I think I would drive myself crazy. Those setups are they're so tempting because they look good, but the volume's so light, and then you can't enter, you can't exit properly, and then you freaking play with your brain in a bad way. It's really stressful where EVAX is right now. I mean, you could just accumulate, hold, and hope for the move over 14, but active trading in that area is very stressful. We all know now secretly, James. Imagine you get filled. Whew. Wow, it's 10:41, guys. 10:41. Well, I just scared this bird outside. It just freaked out. Shay says that he's done for the day. Yeah, I mean, GTR, that sell-off, EVAX, really looking, probably would be a good time to call it. I'm still wondering if we're going to get some sort of move back on GTR. Not a bad day on this ticker. Yo, SPRC is back up for any of those people that are still desperate to do something. I'm down 106 on the day right now. Holy smokes. I took way too many losses pre-market. I was down $700, almost $800 pre-market. Just doing stupid stuff, you know, one bad trade after another. And I had to make back those losses with actually much smaller size. So if I didn't size down that much, maybe I would be green on the day. But I sized down quite a bit. I had some, you know, 8K position sizes, and then I was doing like 3K. So I made a lot more money, or I had a lot more good trades after the market opened, because just based on position size. I am not upset that I'm red. I think I did good. And for me, I was trading really bad pre-market, so I think it was probably the decision to not hit max loss and just kind of keep things safe. When you're not trading with big position size, also it makes trading a little bit easier because you don't overthink things as much. So yeah, it was probably the right decision. A little unfortunate. I feel like if I could have just got a little bit of green pre-market, I think today could have been easily like a 1K day, just because I would have had a little bit more confidence and conviction behind my trading. And you know, I did okay on EVAX. I was actually down 300 on EVAX, so I made basically 700-800 on EVAX, and I also made back my losses on GTR. So not a bad recovery, but I didn't get green. I'm gonna have an Alex kind of breakfast. Maybe that'll put me to sleep for the rest of the day. Maybe. Or it'll wake you up. I always have a lot of energy after a good steak. The pancakes, that was unusual. That was rare. We have a friend visiting from New York City right now, and my girlfriend baked pancakes, or made pancakes and stuff, so she went a little all out. The only thing I wanted was bacon and steak. That was like my big, and eggs. That was my request. The rest, she could have at it. James is watching for a new 5-minute popping up here. Luckily, my swing trades are moving again. PFE specifically. EVAX going down. GTR, man, I was looking for that move again. Back to breaking this trend line. I missed that move twice now. Each time I thought we were going to have that extra red candle and then move up. That's why I didn't trade both of them. One time with Get Tier, one time with EVAX. Man, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh well, would have put me back green. There's that dip that we were looking for on EVAX earlier. This is the dip I was looking for here. You know, we actually might have some really good action like 11:30 or 12. That's what happened yesterday with RVSN, and it might happen today. Let me just go to RVSN quickly, RVSN, so you guys have a little bit of reference. Right here, RVSN, yeah, right around noon, and then 12:30, this ticker just went kaboom, 30-40%. Nice flat top breakout. Super nice. Oh my lord. Tomorrow's my last trading day of the week. For those of you who are new or maybe forgot, I will be flying on Friday. So no stream from me on Friday. I am waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Oh my lord, to get to the airport. It's going to be brutal. And then we have a layover in Amsterdam. We get really stoned, and then we're going to fly to Utah. I'm just kidding. We're not leaving the airport. It's a quick layover. So just a little quickie. Let's look at large caps really quickly again. BITO holding its highs, which you would think, you know, puts coin up on the day, and it doesn't. It doesn't really do that. Coin was up pre-market, but was not able to hold its highs. And PFE, similar situation. Or actually, no, not PFE. U, similar situation. Wasn't able to hold the highs that well. PFE, on the other hand, that fat daddy dividend that everyone likes so much, is crawling higher. We do have earnings coming out very soon, and we got dividends coming out on the tomorrow. Ooh, buddy, I get some dividends. That probably means PFE is going to be down like 5% tomorrow. That sucks. Hopefully it crawls back up after that. So yeah, dang. Okay, well, we're going to witness a dividend coming out. How much money I'm going to make? I have 1,000 shares, 42 cents a share. Hey, that's actually really funny. I'm going to make $420. I'm going to make $420. So tomorrow I'm going to make $420 on Pfizer. But I'm also going to lose probably around $420 in just like my holdings, because that's always what happens. When the dividend happens, first thing that happens is the stock goes down, because now there's less cash in the company. The dividend's been paid out. It's officially less valuable on the day of the dividend as it was the day before, the second it gets paid out. That's common math. Question is, what happens then as we lead up to earnings? I don't actually really want to hold this one that much longer. my general goal was that we were going to break this trend line and we're actually going to pop higher here. So I'm not usually the one that holds into earnings, but I don't know. This ticker sold off so much already. I don't know. I don't think a lot's going to happen on earnings for this one. Usually earnings are pretty mellow for PFE. The market open offset. All right. All right, Shay. Take care, man. Take care. Enjoy it. James says get that Mormon weed in Utah. Market open offset. Yep. Is that what it's called? I actually have no idea what it's called. I just know it as a thing. That almost sounds like a hedge. Dividend adjusted price. That sounds very fitting. All right, guys, it's a total snooze fest out here. Now I am down officially 106 on the day. Maybe I'm going to do some more trading. That's what I did yesterday, only because I was editing the recap video and I had my naughty screen on the top, this one here that you guys see all the time, and I saw RVSN breaking higher. It was right here. I was like, uh-oh. And when I see a really good setup like that, I'm going to trade it. I'm going to trade it because that's what I should be doing. I'll probably trade with smaller size because I don't want to, do anything stupid after a long trading day. But I think it's worth to trade if I see something really good happening. So I feel like that might happen again. I don't know, maybe with GETR, maybe with, I don't really think with SPRC, but who knows? Who knows? I don't want to be biased. Probably not with NXU, and maybe even with EVAX. So I would say we got 3 contenders for a midday, run. Something that's typically quite unusual, but something that has kind of been happening more often lately. Anywho, take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping a like on the way out. Thanks for all the support. Another fun trading day with everyone. Unfortunately, I'm not green, but I think a lot of you guys are green out there, so congrats. I'm happy for it. We're all getting better, and soon we're all going to break that $1 million mark. That is the plan, but there's no rush, no pressure, and nothing is guaranteed. It's a lot of work, and it is also very risky, so keep that in mind. On that note, I'm going to throw up the disclaimer. And ciao, cacao, guys. Thanks for tuning in.